If you work in marketing, this story will surely sound familiar. A bunch of different platforms, metrics everywhere, and that seemingly endless task of putting it all together into a report that makes sense. It's a process that honestly eats up incredibly valuable time. This phrase hits the nail on the head. The famous copy and paste is not only a drag, it's also an invitation to make mistakes. And of course, a small mistake can lead to a bad decision. Let's be honest, it's a headache we've all suffered at some point. But let's see, what if I tell you there's a way to skip all that heavy lifting? Because believe me, there is. There is a much smarter and, above all, more efficient way to manage marketing data. And this is exactly where things change completely. The key is to bring all that data automatically to a place we already control, like Google Sheets. And that is exactly what Dataslayer is for. Alright, let's get down to business. The very first thing to do is install the Dataslayer add-on directly in Google Sheets. It's something that really takes a couple of minutes, and it sets us up for everything that comes next. The actual process couldn't be easier. It's all done without leaving the spreadsheet. It's just 4 very simple steps. You go to Extensions, look for Dataslayer, hit Install, grant permissions, and you have it ready in the sidebar. And well, as you can see here in the image, there's no mystery to it. You find Dataslayer in the marketplace, and with a single click, it integrates perfectly. No technical hassles or endless waiting. Come on, we now have the tool installed. Now comes the good part. Let's start extracting data. Let's see how easy it is to create the first query and bring all the information we need to our spreadsheet. Once you open Dataslayer, this little sidebar is going to be like your command center. From here, everything is cooked up. It's a very clean, very intuitive interface. And that Add New Query button is the starting point for everything. And look how easy the process is. It's just 6 little steps. You click to add the query. You choose where the data comes from. For example, Google Ads. You select the account, the time period, the metrics and dimensions that interest you, and finally, you generate the table. In seconds, boom, the data appears in the cell you had chosen. But watch out, here comes the real magic. Once you have created the query, you can schedule it to update automatically every day, every week, every month, however you want. It's the classic set it and forget it, freeing up a ton of hours of repetitive work. Let's see, having data automatically updated is already a giant step, that's clear. But what if I tell you that this is only the beginning, that we can go much further and make interacting with that data revolutionary? Let's see what this is about. This is where Dataslayer's Model Context Protocol, or MCP for short, comes into play. And this, I assure you, is no longer just reporting. This is on another level. Look, to make it easy to understand, MCP is like a secure translator that connects your marketing data with artificial intelligence assistance. So, instead of fighting with tables and filters, you simply ask your data. And look, this is a perfect example. You can throw a question at it in plain, ordinary language, as if you were asking an analyst on your team. The AI, thanks to MCP, understands what you are asking, looks for the data, and gives you the answer. Right now, this MCP can connect with 3 of the big AIs on the market. Let's imagine they are like 3 different analysts on the team, each with their specialty. This table summarizes it superbly. We have ChatGPT, which is the most well-known, perfect for day-to-day use. Then there is Claude, which is like the pro analyst for more complex analysis. And finally, Mistral AI, the ideal option for those who care a lot about privacy or simply want to try this out at no cost, because it's the only one compatible with a free plan. Alright, let's go with ChatGPT, its strong suit. Of course, everyone knows it and knows how it works. It's great for those day-to-day queries, for a quick glance, to solve simple doubts. However, to connect it with MCP, you need to have a paid subscription. Then we have Claude, and this one plays in another league. It's designed for much more elaborated analysis, for questions that require several steps. And watch out, because for generating charts and dashboards, it is usually the best of the 3. Moreover, since it was developed by the same creators of MCP, the connection is super stable. It also requires a paid plan. And we finish with Mistral AI, which has 2 aces up its sleeve, privacy and cost. All of its infrastructure is in Europe, so it is perfect for companies that take GDPR very seriously. And most importantly, and this is key, it is the only one that lets you try all this MCP stuff without paying a dime. Ideal for starting to tinker without commitment. So, as you can see, the change is massive. We go from spending hours and hours building a report to simply chatting with our data to get the answers we need exactly when we need them. And this example is the icing on the cake. It's not just that you can ask it for analysis, it's that you can ask it for help to build your reports. You ask it what you need, and it tells you exactly how to configure the query. It's like having an expert right next to you guiding you. In the end, it's clear, isn't it?